Enough is enough. I'm not only talking, but I'm also suing back. Hi family, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a continuation of telling my story from dealing with the worst malignant narcissist that you can ever meet. Before we get into the video, I wanted to tell you all a little bit about our sponsors of today's video, LifeMD. LifeMD is an online telehealth platform that connects patients or regular people like you and I to medical professionals across the country. Their goal is to make it easy for patients to be able to connect with professionals to not only make that process easy, but to make it affordable for everyone. So you can get lab tests done, you can get your prescriptions, you can get your doctor's appointments, you can literally get a same-day virtual consultation with a licensed professional. With the world going online, LifeMD has basically taken over. They have helped hundreds and hundreds of patients all over the country to not only understand their health care, but to be able to access it and to make sure that they can afford it. So summer is over. A lot of us had a cheat summer, not even a cheat day, but a cheat summer. So a lot of people are trying to get back healthy, and also a lot of people want to lose weight. For those of you trying to lose weight, LifeMD actually has a comprehensive weight loss program that includes expert clinicians, expert consultations, personalized prescriptions, dedicated coaching, and essential lab work. Their experts are involved every step of the way. So if you really need the support, LifeMD has truly got you covered. Take charge of your weight today. Visit lifemd.com/mercygono, or you can also scan the QR code for up to 50% off LifeMD's weight management program today. Don't hesitate to check out the description box for all of the details on LifeMD. Thank you once again to LifeMD for sponsoring today's video. Let's get right into the video.